So the question I'm going to try and answer today is, can entrepreneurship be taught? I have two answers for this. First answer, short answer, yes. Long answer, it depends. Now, an entrepreneur is classified as someone who sets up business or businesses. That's the Google definition of an entrepreneur. Can you teach someone to set up an entire business? Can you teach someone, the systems that need to be in place, the behind the scenes stuff that needs to be in place? I think so. A lot of persons who have been successful at business weren't necessarily entrepreneurs. They had an idea and they learned the necessary skills to build that business. So in that regard, yes. Now, the part where I say it depends is that there are persons who don't have the personality or who don't have the temperament for entrepreneurship. But it doesn't mean that you can't run and own a successful business, right? And that's the part where I'm saying it depends, because there are some persons who can't handle risk. There are some persons, and so they can manage their business in such a way where it limits their risk, but your success is directly correlated to the amount of risk that you take on, in my opinion. I can't think of a business right now that is extremely successful that didn't have some risk. And what I mean by risk is that if certain things didn't go the way that they expect, if certain maybe economic conditions, a bad product delivery or whatever it is could make or break them, there is some amount of risk with every business. There is no risk-free business. So from that regard, sure. Now, what I typically advise persons who are considering entrepreneurship is I kind of talk to them for a few minutes and try to get a feeling as to the type of temperament they have. There are ways that you can go about delivering a product or service for profit without setting up an entire business around it, meaning you can simply provide a service. So let's say that you provide business cards. You create the graphics to put on business card. You can simply leverage a site like Fiverr, you could leverage a site like Upwork, and you can just essentially use that system that they have provided. You just, they connect you with a buyer, you provide the service, they worry about everything else, and you provide that service. I wouldn't necessarily consider that as a business. That's a service that you're providing. Sure, you do get income from it, but that, in my opinion, is not a business. A business is when you create an entire system around that product or service, meaning you don't necessarily do everything yourself, but a lion's share of the systems that are created are engineered by you. So if it is that you had that same, graphic design company and you create the website, you create the funnel for customers, you create those marketing engines, you create those internal processes to manage customers when they come in and manage returns or manage invoices, manage accounting. You create those systems specifically for that product or service, then you have created a business. So in that regard, can you teach someone that? Definitely. Does everyone have the temperament for it? No. So what I would recommend for persons who don't have the temperament for entrepreneurship is to partner with someone who does. Now, that's another topic for another video. In my own experience, a lot of people shy away from partnerships, and that's for many reasons. The main one I see is trust. It's hard to trust someone else with your idea or product. It's also hard to trust someone in terms of their level of commitment. I'll get to that in the video tomorrow. But for now, answering the question, can entrepreneurship be taught? Definitely yes. Does everybody have the temperament for entrepreneurship? Definitely no. So if you have an idea for a product or service, try to figure out first if you have the temperament for entrepreneurship and what it will take. and then make a decision as to whether or not it's something that you want to pursue. So hope you found value in this video. If you did, leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Are you thinking of starting a business? If so, what's the business? Have you started a business already, but you're doing it on the side? Whatever it is, if you own a business and you're watching this video, leave me a comment below and let me know the business that you own and how it got started.